Welcome to Harmonizing the Masculine and Feminine. The reason why I'm really excited to do this actual webinar with all of you because the last 10 years of my journey has been about bringing the feminine and masculine together, but I wasn't able to do that until I started recognizing how much I had suppressed my feminine and turned up the volume on my masculine. And so the last 10 years have been about reacquainting myself with my feminine energies, learning to honor and see the beauty and strength within those, as well as understanding what my masculine energies were, because there's two states of our masculine and feminine energies. And you're going to see that there's our natural state, which is called our wild state, but then there's also the wounded state. And many times when these are out of balance, we're in the wounded state of both the feminine and the masculine. And so when I finally was able to bring the two into much closer harmony with one another, that is when everything started to really shift in my life. I was able to cultivate beautiful friendships. I was able to build a business that was giving me purpose and meaning and allowing me to support myself in the way that I would like to. And it's also just brought in a lot more love and joy and allowed me to see the beautiful dance of how the masculine and feminine can work together, and when to know when to use the feminine more or use the masculine more, because there are certain times in our lives where you may want to bring in a little bit more of one or the other. So before I go into this, I would love Linda. Linda, would you just share with everyone really quickly? Linda and I were talking yesterday, and she starts telling me how like the 6-6 gateway today is about the masculine and the feminine energies, and I had no idea. And so it was a really beautiful synchronicity. And so I'd love for Linda just to share with everyone so you can all understand what's kind of going on today, what the energies are, and how beautiful it is that we get to do this webinar on it together. So Linda?
Hello, everyone. How you doing, sweethearts?
I'm good.
Six represents the tangible physical plane of existence. And if anyone is familiar with the Kabbalah tree of life, 6 is right in the center. If you know anything about 369, 6 is in the center. The 6 represents the heart of God, the tangible plane of existence. And so the 6-6 gateway, what it's bringing in is it's bringing the above and the below, the past and the future, the right brain and the left brain, and it's all into the center point of the tangible plane of existence. But on top of that, it forms a cross of the two infinities. That's the meeting point in the center. And with us going through this, as much as this is a minor, the first minor of a trinity we're going into of gateways in the next 2 weeks. What this does, we walk through this portal and it's inverting the masculine and the feminine. The masculine essence has been trapped within the feminine vessel. The feminine essence has been trapped within the masculine. That was part of the 3D construct matrix experience. And so as we go through this grand union, the 6-6 is considered a grand union, a sacred union of the masculine feminine. Not only the essences within each of us, but now is as far as the actual incarnate embodiments on the physical plane. And so as we go through this gateway, this is where a lot of the feminine now are feeling you want to know what the masculine is going through. Pay attention to what you're feeling, the vulnerability right now. This is the masculine essence stepping into and fully surrendering to his heart. And by him doing that, it creates the inversion, because we've been in an inversion mentality consciousness. And as soon as he steps in and surrenders, because remember, the feminine had to go through it first. This will now cause an inversion within the consciousness of our physical vessels. And as that takes place through this gateway today, these energies, the next 5 days, you're going to find that the feminine incarnates are now going to, after this tower falls within ourselves, and the same with the masculine are going to step more into their authentic masculine essence, and the feminine are now going to release more of that masculine essence and take in more of her original feminine essence within the physical vessels now. Did that make sense?
I think so. And did you want to just touch on what's happening with Mars and Venus?
You can liken today like this. This isn't totally accurate, but this is going to give you an idea of what's going on. 6 represents, like I said, the tangible plane. And so when you have the two meet right now, you need to leave the veil of the inversion. When you get two suns, feminine and masculine essences that come together, you can liken it as the goddess of love right now and the god of war, Mars and Venus, coming together. And when two powerful energies in their wholeness come together, in the 3D experiment matrix, it was very destructive. It exploded. So what is occurring right now is Venus and Mars, the divine couple, if you will, essence of it, is coming together again after thousands and thousands of years. And in order to have that inversion, there has to be an explosion, a combustion, I guess is a better way of saying it. That's the tower energies that are coming in through this gateway today. And once this combustion takes place, this is where balance and harmony is going to be fully come into being restored within the two essences within and without now.
Kind of like a spiritual orgasm.
Well, I would call it like a multiple heartgasm.
Which really is when a heart orgasm, like when you go to the essence of it, the purity of it, of love. That's kind of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is where the masculine, and this is really huge for the masculine, and what these energies today are going to do, because the masculine's been desecrated. The masculine's been emasculated by the feminine. The feminine took the masculine, and I'm not trying to be vulgar here, took the masculine's balls and put them on her chest and left the masculine just hanging there. And because the feminine, we've already gone through that Chiron wounded energy. We've dealt with it. So now this is where the masculine that has been enslaved collectively, mind you, is what I'm talking about. They've had to put up with the women, with that, the women becoming the providers, and the masculine becoming Mr. Mom, and that type of energy, if you will. And so this is where the masculine, these energies are the masculine are really gonna step up to the plate and no longer allow the feminine to desecrate them. This is where the feminine have stepped into their power. Well, now the masculine are coming into full embodiment, and they're saying, hey, look, we count too.
Yeah.
And now we need to harmonize and dance this together so we're no longer emasculating each other.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you said that, because I'm actually going to get into that later in the webinar. So thank you so much for sharing all that with us, Linda.
Dance, guys.
All right.